What's up, fam, and welcome back to my channel, the best place to help you get started building your business and brand online. Today, obviously, we all know that there is a global pandemic going on with the coronavirus, and therefore I just wanted to kind of come on and do a shorter video. I don't want to do anything like too long, but just talk about how to maintain and grow your business during this outbreak. Yesterday, I was actually online and ended up reading an article by TechCrunch, and one statement they made is that this virus is going to force us to rethink a lot of the ways we run our businesses, our society, and our lives. And I definitely think this couldn't be more true of a statement in regards to business, because I think with business, anytime that you're doing a side hustle or you're doing anything like online to grow, it's always going to require a certain level of just being able to adapt and a certain level of change. So I think regardless of whether you are doing this full-time from home or part-time, or whether you're kind of doing it as a side hustle while you work a full-time job, or maybe you're somebody who you just have an actual, brick and mortar business that requires people to come in, I think this is going to be helpful. So be sure to share it out, and if you are pumped to get started, hit that thumbs up and keep on watching. I am actually recording today in my bedroom, considering that we have been at home way more than normal. Well, okay, that's kind of a lie, considering I'm just a naturally introverted type of person. So even before this all happened, I pretty much stayed at home unless it was like a necessity to go to the store, because I've always had kind of like a love-hate relationship with Walmart and other places as far as going shopping. But if you are someone, I will say, so with school being out, I've kind of, mommy is in a timeout in her bedroom with my office being open. So I've decided to come in my bedroom, shut the door, and record this. So I will say that if you are somebody who you do have an actual job, and I know that there's a lot of doors that are closing for short-term periods, whether it be, schools, daycares, a lot of just places of business. I actually talked to a girl in the beauty industry who does lashes for me, because I have lash extensions. No, these lashes are not this beautiful naturally, but she was even telling me another state has completely shut down the beauty industry, and so a lot of people like salons and just people in the beauty industry alone, they're being shut down, and obviously that's a loss of income for a lot of people. The shortage of toilet paper, I mean, OMG, are you kidding me? But with that being said, I mean, places are shut down for however long they're going to be shut down. So if you are someone who you are looking for a way to kind of make up some of that income, but you're not really for sure what to do, then be sure to check out this video right here, because I give lots of different ideas and ways that you can actually start making an income from home using your genius zone and skills that you already have that you may not even think about. And I will also link, just to kind of give you a heads up, be sure to check out the description below, because I am going to be putting a lot of extra resources that you can actually go download for free and implement extra just free resources, videos, and things like that. So with that being said, obviously, we can't control a lot of things, like all of the closures, but I do feel, number one, we definitely have control over our mind, over what we think, over your attitude, and obviously your action. Now, with that being said, I know that one of the biggest things that I hear moms talk about, specifically moms who are building a side hustle, is how time has always been an issue because they're so busy. Well, now, I mean, I just wanted to kind of give you some suggestions, and I just kind of took some notes. So if you see me looking down on my phone, that's actually why. We all have an opportunity to either focus on all of the negative, or we can do our part to, try to be as careful, as cautious as possible. And then also, to use the extra time that we have now to think of ways that we can go out and serve our audience, okay? So with the extra time now that you have at home, what are some things that you can do to maintain or create an advantage to grow your actual business? Well, just a few things that I've got jotted down right here. Use some of that time. Are there any particular courses that maybe you've thought about going through in the past, but you just haven't actually pulled the trigger? Maybe now's the time to go through that course, buy that course, or maybe there's a course that you've already bought that you haven't actually went through. Make time and actually go through it. Use it to maybe start a project that you've been putting off. Work on increasing your skill set in a a particular area, so that maybe once this is over, you come out even stronger with a higher skill set, more authority in that particular area. And I'm also going to give you an example of something that I think is genius that during this time somebody did to create some additional income stream, just like right away within just a few days. But also think about too, maybe you can reach out and start connecting with more of your audience. Get to know them. Use this time to build relationships. Send handwritten notes. Maybe you have customers or clients. Now would be with the extra time. Maybe send them a handwritten note. Reach out, connect with some of your one-on-one client. And I love that another thing that the TechCrunch article said was, if you keep your customer at the center of all your decisions, even in the midst of a crisis, you'll be setting the foundation for a successful business whenever we return it to normal. And I know that realistically, yes, there are going to be people who maybe that are customers or clients of yours that, they have seen a financial hardship. They have been hit by this, and therefore maybe, yes, some of those customers may not be buying anything right now. But, everyone, this is what I want you to understand. Everyone is not broke, okay? Everyone is not broke. It doesn't mean just because this is going on that you can't show up and think of just new and creative ways to serve your audience, to be helpful. There are still a lot of people out there during this time that they're actually thriving in it. I've got a cousin who lives in Memphis, Tennessee. I live in West Tennessee, and she lives in Memphis. Obviously, there's, now been quite a few cases and continuing to grow in the Memphis, Tennessee area. But she actually drives for several different places. She is a part of these different apps like Uber Eats. So, she'll go out and do personal shopping for people, go out and get food for them or whatever, whatever they need. And during this time, she has seen a dramatic increase in the, amount of work that she's had compared to the past, because a lot more people aren't actually wanting to get out. So instead of her being scared and fearful, she's actually using this time to go out, serve more people, help more people. And therefore, because of that, she is getting, I know that she had made a comment that she's getting tipped like way higher now. People are very, very appreciative of it. So it's not to say that, just because that making a profit during this time is a bad thing, because I definitely don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's about you showing up and helping your audience, serving your audience as best you can, and getting creative about it. For instance, if you have a business that relies on people coming through your door, maybe let's say you own a boutique, okay? You own a local boutique. Well, obviously, if you shut your doors down for however long you shut them down for, maybe this is a time where you can still show up. Your business doesn't have to completely halt profit-wise. Maybe it's you now shipping items. Maybe you can start shipping items. There are a lot of ways, like you can use PayPal to send invoices to people. This is the super simple way. You can send invoices through PayPal, print out a printing label right there, and ship orders directly from your store. Maybe if you're someone who you do speaking events or you host offline events, maybe consider switching and start hosting online events. Do you have any expertise now? Maybe you're a teacher. Maybe now that your, school's out, I know most states schools are actually closing, but maybe this is a time where you can actually show up and start serving all those parents who are at home and they don't know, like, they're not a teacher, they're not, they don't have a clue on certain specific schedules or what they should be working on. Maybe this is a time where you could host some online event, do some Facebook Lives, do some YouTube videos, host some online events. Heck, even if you charge like a small amount for it. I know there was one girl that I saw in a Facebook group that I'm a part of with other entrepreneurs, and I'm just reading this directly from the Facebook group. She said that she launched an in-home kids gym class. She said she thought of the idea on Friday, launched it on Sunday, had the first class on Monday, made the news on Tuesday, and she had 200 kids join. And apparently her husband, he deals with like behavior, like he has something to do with like behavior, and he's a trainer and all that stuff. And so they just took took, an idea that they had and they didn't sit on it forever, but they also realized that there was a need. A lot of parents who, whose kids were home from school, and so they got creative and figured out a way to show up and serve people. And because of that, they were able to create a thriving business in less than a week, just using the knowledge that they currently have. Mind you, she says all 3 kids are home, husband's home, and apparently she bought some stock in Zoom because that's how they're doing those classes, is through Zoom, which is the same thing I use whenever I coach and do weekly coaching calls with my students inside of the Mom's Marketing Lounge program. So yes, even though it is a scary time, our business doesn't have to halt. Our life doesn't have to halt. Yeah, just because we maybe aren't able to be face-to-face in big group gatherings, this is the age of technology. We have phones where we can still get on and FaceTime people, and we can get on and do online meetings, and that's the beauty of it. So again, be sure to check the description for some extra information if you are just getting started. I do have a free masterclass that teaches you exactly what to focus on when you're just getting started, what to focus on like first, second, third. I also, again, have some extra resources, whether you are trying to build over on Facebook. I've got tons of videos, hundreds and hundreds of videos right over here on YouTube that you can check out. And I would love to hear from you. What are you doing right now? Or what are some ideas that you have? Let's get in the comments and kind of share and help each other out on how we can show up bigger and serve more people, even through crisis. Now, I hope you have the most amazing day. While you wait on the next video to upload, be sure to check out those over here. And again, the description, if you got some value, give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe and hit the bell. With that being said, I hope you have the most productive day, the most productive week. Stay safe, and I'll see you back here on the next one. Bye for now.